You know, some places are just places, but others, they tell a whole story. Potsdamer Platz in Berlin is definitely one of those. It's basically the entire dramatic story of the city packed into one single square. We're talking glamour, total devastation, division, and then this unbelievable rebirth. So let's dive in and see how so much history can be packed into one spot.
Just take a look at this. On one side, you've got this bleak, empty no man's land cut in half by the Berlin Wall. And on the other, a glittering, futuristic hub that's buzzing with life. It's kind of hard to believe they're the same place, right? So the big question is, how on earth did that wasteland become this spectacular square?
To really get the comeback story, we first have to travel back in time. Back to its golden age, a period of just incredible energy, and then its sudden and catastrophic fall.
Okay, so in the 19th century, Potsdamer Platz just exploded onto the scene. It went from being a patch of green outside the city to a major transportation hub, especially after the railway showed up in 1838. By the early 1900s, it was the definition of modern, even getting Europe's very first traffic light. Pretty cool, huh?
And this picture just perfectly captures the vibe. By the 1930s, this was the busiest intersection in all of Europe. It was this absolute whirlwind of trams, cars, and people. You had bankers, artists, tourists, all rubbing shoulders in the dynamic heart of Berlin.
It wasn't just busy, though. It was glamorous. I mean, with its fancy hotels, amazing department stores, and cafes that were always buzzing, it was famous across the whole continent. Its reputation was so big that it was even captured in famous paintings, like the ones by Ernst Ludwig Kirchner that show off its electric nightlife.
And then, it was all gone. World War II bombing raids zeroed in on the heart of Berlin, and Potsdamer Platz was basically obliterated. In just a few years, all that sophisticated chic, that whole vibe was just gone, turned into an almost unrecognizable mess of rubble and ruins.
But the story gets even darker. After the war, the ruins of Potsdamer Platz became something way more chilling, a stark symbol of a world that was now torn in two.
So here's the thing. The square was in this really unique spot, right where the American, British, and Soviet zones all met. That put it right on the front line of the Cold War. Then, in August 1961, the Berlin Wall went up, literally slicing right through its heart. Everything was cleared out, creating this huge, desolate no man's land.
And this is where things get really surreal. On the west side, they actually built viewing platforms so tourists could come and peer over into the emptiness of the east. The wall itself became this canvas for graffiti and art, which is such a crazy contrast to the dead silence on the other side.
Effectively killed. I mean, that really says it all, doesn't it? The wall didn't just divide a square. It completely erased its identity. The once beating heart of Berlin was now just a void, a really scary symbol of the Iron Curtain.
But, of course, history wasn't done with Potsdamer Platz. The fall of the wall in 1989 didn't just bring a city back together, it kicked off one of the most incredible urban renewal projects ever. I love that quote. All of a sudden, you have this giant, empty piece of land right in the middle of a major European capital. Can you imagine? The feeling of optimism was just electric. This wasn't just dirt, it was a blank canvas to paint the future of a new, unified Berlin.
And when they decided to rebuild, they went big. I mean, really big. In the 1990s, Potsdamer Platz became the largest construction site in all of Europe. We're talking 60 hectares of pure wasteland being completely transformed from the ground up.
And this is so important. The whole project was way more than just cranes and concrete. It was a powerful symbol, a statement of intent. The idea was to heal the deep scars of division and create a physical link to stitch the eastern and western parts of the city back together again.
So, to pull off something this huge, you need some visionaries, right? Well, Berlin brought in an architectural dream team from all over the world. We're talking superstars like Renzo from Italy and Richard Rogers from Britain. Their challenge was huge. Don't just build impressive towers. Create an entire futuristic neighborhood that could also honor the heavy, heavy history of the ground it was built on.
So, did they pull it off? Let's take a look at the result. The amazing, futuristic center that rose from the dust and is now a massive draw for locals and tourists.
Today, the square is this incredible mix of culture, business, and just plain fun. You can shoot up the Kollhoff Tower for insane views from the Panoramapunkt, stare up at the spectacular roof of the Sony Center, catch a Broadway-style show, or do some serious shopping at the Playce.
And the Playce is alive all year. Seriously. In February, it rolls out the red carpet for movie stars during the famous Berlinale Film Festival. And all through the year, you'll find festivals, cool seasonal markets, and all sorts of events that keep the energy cranked up.
And if you need proof that it worked, just look at the numbers. The area now brings in around 110,000 visitors every single day. I mean, talk about a successful transformation. From a total void back to a place packed with people.
So if you're feeling inspired to go see it for yourself, it's super easy. The train station drops you right in the middle of it all. For the absolute best view, you've got to go up the Kollhoff Tower. And hey, make sure you look down when you're walking around. You'll find a metal line running along the ground. That's the exact path where the wall used to stand. It's a really powerful reminder of the history right under your feet. And this, right here, just brings the whole story full circle. The past isn't erased or hidden. You'll find actual segments of the wall still standing there, not as barriers, but as memorials. And they're totally dwarfed by these massive futuristic towers. It's like a physical conversation between the past and the future, symbolizing unity and progress. From Europe's busiest intersection to a literal wasteland and now to a symbol of a healed, unified city, Potsdamer Platz has been on an absolutely extraordinary journey. It really makes you wonder, right, as it keeps changing, what new stories will this incredible square have to tell us in the next 100 years?